What's going on, guys? Believe I uploaded part 4 of our story with Guy Blake on, what was that, Thursday? I think that was like Thursday morning I uploaded it. Or was that yesterday? I can't remember. Um, Anyways, I figured I'd make another part. I have to go to work most of the day, so I figured I'd just make a part before I head off. It's the morning. I'm sorry. I head off to work, and just a quick little recap. Try to be as quick as possible. Basically, there was a lot of ish that happened. I did another long part. Like I never know how long I'm gonna be recording. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like a 30-minute part is good, or a 40-minute part. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened. So basically, I was dreading the dinner party. Holy Smythe. But before that, we went to the assembly rooms, and I guess the creeper was there, and he was like, oh, I almost didn't come, but I figured if there was a chance you were going to come, I should come, and all that grossness. So creeper showed up. He was like basically making us feel uncomfortable, as usual, as creepers do, and then Captain Blake saved us, and then he was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have, and we were like, no, like, honey, like, you followed your gut, we were uncomfortable, you saved us. And then we saw the major point in the story, that our play, was we went to the dinner party, and it was like what you would expect. Like, we were constantly, we like have rejected Creeper so many times, but yet he still was like trying to get us, and so he basically kind of insulted Captain Blake, and Blake is like very, hurt by it because he's not from the society and stuff like that. So the part right now is the part right after Captain Blake, he walked off, and so it's like the next morning, judging by the words on the thing. So anyways, let's continue on. I stay home the next morning, thankful there are no social appointments arranged. Arabella remains with me, but keeps to herself, obviously waiting for me to speak. To speak should I feel like it. Oh, I'm appreciative of the company, even though I speak little. Well, yeah, it's kind of an extreme thing. I would stay in my freaking house if after that happened. I would be like, I'm not going anywhere because that man is going to be there. And that should be a freaking message. Nothing else. To Creeper. I attempt some embroidery throughout most of the day, but my thoughts are in too much of a turmoil to focus. I've known Blake for near over 6 weeks. Oh wow, really? That's how much time has passed? And yet the strength of my emotions surprised me. Oh, look at that. Hear that music? Maybe what upsets me most is that we will not have the chance to discover where our feelings might have led. Ah, the knock. As soon as I turn up the volume, it's like, said knock at the front door pulls me from my thoughts, and I turn to the doorway as Johnson announces a visitor. If it's Creeper, I'm gonna bash my head into my freaking fireplace. Oh no, it's not. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, it's Foxley fellow. Colonel Ernest Foxley. Colonel, what a most unexpected pleasure. Is it that unexpected, Arabella? Arabella stands from her seat so fast I fear she will trip. Foxy gives a deep bow, his smile growing on seeing her. I do so wish you would call me Ernest. Both of you, of course. I stifle a small chuckle at a sudden remembrance I am also in the room. I'd be delighted to believe we are close enough for first names. He beams another grin. What brings you here, Ernest? Ooh, I bet you that made her skin tingle. A blush settles on his cheeks as she says his name, and he clears his throat to speak. I was passing on my way to the park for a walk, and I thought I might inquire if you would wish to join me. I think that would be an excellent idea. She takes a step forward and then falters, her gaze shifting back to meet mine. Do you wish to join us, Rose? Though she makes the offer, I could see on both of their faces the desire to be together alone. You go ahead. You go on ahead. I am quite satisfied with continuing on my needlework, even though I can't, really do it. See, that's what we were talking about, like, before, in the previous part, like, how Ernest actually, like, we know he likes Arabella, but he actually, what's the word, like, respects my existence, like, he knows, like, he acknowledges my existence, while Creeper just goes up to people, goes up to me, and I happen to be with, like, a group of people, and he's just, like, pays attention to me and no one else. It's like, that's the worst manners I've ever seen for someone supposedly of such high status. And then you got Colonel Foxley fellow, who's so cool, and actually acknowledges you. Are you certain the weather is most pleasing today? I am sure. Please go on and enjoy yourselves. You can have some alone time. See, you're smiling about it. You want some alone time? They don't need to be told again, both of them scurrying from the room like excited children. The front door clicks shut, and Johnson turns to me with an encouraging smile. Would you care for some tea, Miss Smythe? I give a nod. He too leaves the room. There has to be, I wonder how long this scene's gonna be, because if they're off walking, I just wonder if they're gonna, like, jump to another day, or if someone's gonna come visit us. I hope Captain visit us, and if the Creeper, I swear to God, the Creeper comes, I'm going to bang my head up against that freaking fireplace. I don't think that's a choice in the story, but, like, we're dramatic, but still. Quite 2 hours pass, and my thoughts still linger on Captain far more than I wish they would. Whoa! I knew that would happen. It's another knock that tugs me from my concentration. I am just realizing that Arabella wouldn't knock. Well, yeah. When Johnson shuffles into the room, a sour expression lining, his already wrinkled face. Hold on, let me get out my coffee, because it's gonna make me nervous. Oh, son of a biscuit. He's gonna try and woo me again. Can we say no if he says Lord Walter Huntington? Oh, anyone but him. Exactly. I sigh away my thought and stand from my seat, placing my barely started needlework beside me. Why can't we just say, no thank you, Johnson. Tell him I'm sick, and I will he'll be infected if he comes in. Huntington enters the room with a stiff air about him, giving a sharp bow when he lays eyes on me. So you can say, is there something you need, Lord Creeper, that you would visit me? Give a curtsy and offer, no way. How long will your visit be? Because I need to work on my needlework, and I need to, like, know how long it's going to take, so I know how long I need to keep my breakfast down. We're not going to offer tea. Is there something you need? Which one's better? How long will your visit be? I think this one's more sassy. How long will your visit be? Because, like, I need to, like, I need you to get out. How long will your visit be today, Creeper? Are you so rude to all of your business? Only the ones that, don't get the message. This is me rejecting you, like, the 6th time, if I'm correct. I might have to make a compilation of the times we rejected him. That'd be a fun video. Oh my goodness, just go through, like, footage. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I remain silent, his answer made obvious when he takes the seat opposite me and settles himself in. I try not to let the disappointment show on my face and sit down as well. Lady Ashburn is not with you today? No, she is out with a friend. Man, now I'm regretting not going, but I hate that everybody knows where you live. Like, why can't you get locks on the door and kick these people out? He gives a satisfied nod and glances about the room. It is quite as sparsely, or is it sparsely? No, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't always know how to pronounce certain words. Decorated space, considering the wealth of your family. Well, maybe I like it like this. We do not feel the need to flaunt our wealth through trinkets, Creeper. Yeah, I guess we are kind of wealthy, but we just I think her family is. I guess Rose's family is back in the country. We returned, I guess. He either does not understand the insult or ignores it. His attention focusing back on me intently. Like, our place is nice, but you could tell we have some money, but we're not over, the top kind of a thing. The purpose of my visit cannot be lost on you. Actually, I am at a complete loss as to why you should be calling. I would have thought after last night it would be obvious. That doesn't mean I don't like him anymore. We actually, our standards include not being arrogant, not being, a creeper who makes us uncomfortable. We have standards. I mean, how many times do you have to reject these people before they, accept? She's about to reject you again, so better hold on tight, Creeper. A nervous begins to coil around me, my limbs stiffening with tension. No mind, Miss Smythe. I much prefer a lady who is coy with her thoughts. I barely hold back the grimace from my face. I have to come to further discuss what we spoke of. Oh, I don't want to speak of it. I don't not know. My words are cut short as the man stands from his place and moves towards me. Takes a free cushion beside me, his face contorting into pain for a moment as he sits on my needlework. I hope a needle went into your bumhole, because holy mother of Smythe, you just don't give a shiznit, do you? He forces himself onto us. That is not okay. Ugh. You guys, this is, oh my goodness. What is October? Perfect timing to have a creeper in a story. Sorry. Oh yeah, here. I hope a needle went in his butt. Okay, he grabs a stitching from beneath me and chucks it onto the table. How dare you? Creeper, this is not at all appropriate. I hope Johnson comes in and beats your ass. I make to stand, but he grabs my hand and ties me back. What an idiot. Miss Smythe, we haven't spoken before on the topic of marriage, and I believe I've repeatedly given my negative thoughts on the subject. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. With your title name and connections paired with my own, we could create a partnership of immense proportions. Huh? But I already said nay. Nay. I said nay. I tried to tug my hand free, but he clasped his other one over it as well. From the moment I saw you this season, I knew I would have you for my wife. Clearly you have never been told no in your life. It is true you have seemed strangely opposed to such an idea. But I never give up on acquiring anything I wish. I guess we're gonna have to smash his head into the freaking fireplace. Oh my god. A sudden anger. Okay, thank you, Rose. I hope you blast him. I hope you, you full on use your anger and you explode. Sudden anger rises in me at his words, the heat of it coursing through me like embers lighting a fire. So throw him into the fireplace. To clarify my intent at this moment, Miss Smythe, I'm here to formally gain your hand in marriage. I am sorry, but I cannot accept. I would never accept a proposal from you. I know what you're doing, I just can't fathom as to why. I understand why I should accept it. It would be a good match, but I can't. No, I would never accept a proposal from you. Ha! I stand from my place. Listen to that music. Snatching my hand from his, and stride to the opposite side of the room. I would never accept a proposal from you. How is he so surprised? He even said it himself. He acted like, oh, it's strange you keep opposing. That's because I don't want you. You creepy little newt. I bite my lip to keep the anger from pouring out completely. Oh, let it rip, honey. Let it rip. Shock stiffens the man's face for a long while before it begins to twist in disbelief. Such an offer cannot be refused. Yes, it can. uses uses a strong tone, as strong a tone with me as I have with him. The opportunity for you and your family to further yourselves under my name is too great. You cannot pass it by. He speaks of family, but I can see he is most angered by the fact of the refusal. Exactly. He's acting like my family. My family lets me do whatever I want. They've never pressured me into marriage. He clearly does not know me. I told that to someone in like the beginning of the game. Oh, I think it was to his mother. I was like, my family hasn't pressured me into anything. It's now quite obvious that very, very few people ever say no to this man. That's what I said earlier. My family would not wish me to marry such a vicious brute. Yes. What you did to Captain Blake last night was abhorrent. I think that's how you say it. I can't stop the angered words pouring from me. Ooh, Blake, that boorish captain? He stands now, his fists clenched at his sides. You are turning me down over a trifling mishap with that oaf? What? Yeah. It was far from a trifling mishap. If you would wish any woman's hand, you would do well to take a lesson from the captain on how to conduct yourself. Oh, she's unleashing the fire inside her. And I bite back the rest of the rage that threatens to pour from me, taking a deep breath. Yeah, girl. You have my answer, Lord Huntington. Good day to you. I gesture to the door, keeping my gaze as steady as I can manage. I hope he doesn't do something crazy, y'all. Like, he's gonna do something nuts. He's gonna probably be like, well, if I get rid of Captain Blake, then she'll have to marry me. And it's like, no, honey, we've already told you now. Whether he is in this city or not, or whatever, we would never marry you. We'd rather die alone than marry you, even if you're the last man on earth. His knuckles are white, his jaw clenched so tight, I wonder if he will chip a tooth. I hope he does chip a tooth. You cannot truly be rejecting someone of my stature for the fortunes of a man so low. He is not low. I can do as I like. I am rejecting you because of you. Oh. You can either say nothing, look away, or I can do as I like. I am rejecting you because of you. Snap. Rose, I love her. I'm rejecting you because of you. I'm rejecting you because of you. Whatever he was going to say next cut off as I speak, confusion then understanding hitting him. Do you truly believe that any woman could marry someone who takes such glee in bringing others down? Exactly, your butthole. I wonder if your thoughts on the subject would be so strong if I had not asked so many questions of that man in the game. I let a sharp breath in order to keep myself from retorting. Please leave. If my query goes to a man so below my own station, I will be a laughingstock. Quarry? Oh, it's quarry. I'm sorry. I was saying it wrong. I grit my teeth this time. She's like, ah! We got a question mark and an exclamation mark. She is livid. Leave, creeper. He continues to stand and seethe for a few moments longer before letting out an angered snarl and marching to the room. As soon as the front door shuts, I crumple onto the seat. Can we lock our door? Like, do locks exist? Or do we just let anybody in? Like, my hands shake from the force of the emotions welling inside of me. Rose? Oh, she heard it. I glance up at the sound of my name, the voice so soft I barely hear it. In the doorway stands Arabella, worry evident on her face. I thought I said that really weird. She steps further into the room and takes a seat beside me. Thank you for not, chucking my needlework, honey, like that other brute. Her company most welcome after what had just occurred. Yeah, talk to your friend, girl. I just passed Creeper leaving the house. I'm so sorry you had to even see him. He did not look pleased. What happened? You look dreadfully pale. Excuse me. I steady myself, taking a deep breath to calm my nerves. He proposed. He proposed, truly? But why? I thought you made it clear. Yeah, me too. Rose, I thought so too, but apparently not clear enough. And what did you say? I refused him. Again. I love the shade in this. Or it's just real. Like, that's how people would say, I refused him. Again. I can feel Arabella relax beside me at my answer. And I hope Creeper felt my wrath. I am pleased to hear it. Yeah. She has a small chuckle, and I glance at her with a brow arched. I was thinking of how Lady Huntington will react upon hearing the news. Who gives a crap? At least she was quite proud of herself for suggesting the match to her. She was not suggesting it. He was, like, after me from, like, the moment, and we made it apparent that we don't like any of the Huntingtons, because they're... Ew. Alright, read that. Will it not make it awkward for you now? I doubt they will invite me to any more of their Eli gatherings, and by association, probably not you either. I don't need their company when I have yours. Yes, girl, we have each other. I take her hand and smile warmly, in thanks. Make sure to marry for love, Rose, not for suitability of rank or title. Right? That's what I'm preaching. But you married for love, and that did not necessarily go as it should. What does that mean? That he passed away? I mean, that happens. She glances at the ground before a pained smile forces itself onto her lips. I know many think I married my late husband out of a foolish young fancy, but I did love him. Oh, like a... I get it. Love isn't always easy. Sometimes it's the hardest thing of all. But you have to ask yourself if it is worth fighting for. Yes, Arabella. If the answer is yes, then keep moving for it. Even after what Rupert did? What did he do? I know it does not make sense. It did not make sense to me why I took him back every time he left our bed. For another! He cheated on her? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would have left his ass. I'd be like, Rupert, you need to figure ish out. Or peace out. But it was love, just not the storybook kind. Ooh, he cheated on her. I was thinking he cheated, like before she even said, oh, he left my bed for another. Wow. I could not always look past that fault of his, but he could look past many of mine. Yeah, but you could say, listen, boo, stop cheating on me. If you really love me. She falls quiet at this moment, and I feel a sting concerning guilt at bringing up the subject. Do you miss him? You shouldn't have married him. Storybook kind of love would have suited you. Change the subject. What do we say? Do you miss him? I mean, I don't want to say you shouldn't have married him, because she didn't know he was a cheater probably before they married. She was probably a lot younger, or maybe not. I don't know. She's probably a little bit younger when she married him. Let's just say, do you miss him? Do you miss him still? Not as much as I ought, I suppose. But yes, at times. We were both hard to love, and we didn't try as much as we should have. Yet there were times that I remember that I was the happiest I have ever been. Hoping to lighten the tension that lingers in the room, I give a sly smile. But I remember you saying the Colonel was not at all like Rupert. I believe that must be a good thing. Yeah. To my utter surprise, the woman actually blushes. I suppose your walk must have gone very well then. He was most attentive. I leaned forward a little, prompting her to continue. He asked me many questions about my life and seemed genuinely interested. That's good. Foxley is a great guy. The last one you saw how great he was. I feel like you saw him the least in the Stanton story. And there is you learn about her husband in this one. In the other two, you just know that she had a husband and he died, and she doesn't really talk about him in the other two parts. But this one, she talks, we know the story behind what their relationship was like. It was a tough relationship, and he cheated on, we didn't know that. It's interesting that they reveal more things about the other characters, like Arabella and stuff like that. So it's not just learning about the men that you choose to date. It's a court or whatever. It's it's more than that. It's cool that they put more information so that you're getting a different experience every time you play. With a different, you choose a different path in the story, dude wise, I guess. And before we left the park, yes, He may have kissed me. Oh my. And did you return it? Most happily. Oh, get it, girl. It was strange, though. I've kissed a few men. She clears her throat, and I can't help but give a chuckle. But I never felt anything like that, which I did with Ernest. Because it's true love. True love's kiss. Isn't that a song? Maybe not. Maybe I know, like, the tune, but I don't know, like, the actual words. I don't know. She fiddled with the edge of her handkerchief, her cheeks flushed pink and smile seeming stuck in place. I am truly happy for you, Arabella. Her gaze flicks up to meet mine. Now you just need to sort out your own officer. I am no longer certain of anything when it comes to Blake. Well, you need to, like, go find him, Rose. Jeez. I don't believe he truly knows his own mind on the subject. Ernest told me that Blake has been training all day. He believes Creeper's taunts last night affected him more than he's showing. Well, yeah. Look, when you get upset, or, like, you're in, like, this state of, like... There's actually a part in season 5 of Orange is the New Black, okay? It reminds me of this, okay? What's her name? I'm not gonna remember her name, but there's a girl. The girl that's the track star. What's her name? I can't remember. Excuse me. Why can't I remember the character's name? The girl that was like a track star, and then she's with So-So. And So-So, is all upset. I don't want to give any, like, huge spoilers. So this is a spoiler alert if you don't want to, listen. If you haven't watched Orange is the New Black Season 5, or you want to watch Orange is the New Black Season 5 and don't want anything spoiled, I mean, people usually binge watch that show, like, the day, like, the hour, I mean, I don't know, they, like, binge watch it in, like, 2 seconds, it seems like. So just don't listen to, like, the next, I don't know, like, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So, like, after Pusey died, okay, was upset, and all she would do would be, like, she'd be crying, and she was, like, so depressed, and she'd be, like, mean to other people. And so what, this one girl, which I don't remember her name, I'm so sorry, I am horrible, is like, what you're gonna do is you're gonna work out. And so she, like, says, you're going to, like, work out and a lot, and because all you, and you'll feel, she's like, kind of wondering, like, how is that gonna make me feel better? And so, like, she's like, all you could think about is the fact that how tired, like, your body is, and, like, you know, so that's actually, you know, and plus it's how you get out anger and stuff, because with grief you have, like, anger, you have, like, all, so it makes sense that Captain Blake is, like, training a lot. He's, like, doing all the sword fighting, because it's, like, it's a good outlet. People have ways of expressing and ways of getting crap out of their system. Some people scream into a pillow. Some people write letters to people and never send them. It's perfectly healthy to do this stuff, you know, to let your anger and whatever unpleasant feelings out. Anyways, yeah. I think to my conversation with him outside of the house last night, he certainly seemed deeply affected, by it. He was pacing and everything, like, ugh. Well, Blake, who also asked Ernest to see how you were when he visited today. Oh, truly? She gives a nod. He said the captain was most anxious to know how you were. Come, that's enough talk of men for today. Let us have tea and decide what we shall do for the rest of the week. I give a thankful nod, and we both move from the room to spend the rest of the day in Chill's company. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, okay, you guys, we cannot end it. I'm not gonna end it on a major cliffhanger, because look at the screen. It says, that evening as I prepare for bed, I notice movement on the street through the window. Whew. Walking closer to the window and peeking through the curtains, I recognize the figure pacing outside of our house. Oh, is there 2 people? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna crap my pants, guys. Captain Blake marches a few paces one way before turning sharply and walking the other, a hand on his chin in obvious thought. I watch for a few moments longer and am about to head down to speak with him when he twists around and heads to the door. About to head to the foyer, but I see Blake striding away from the house after knocking. Oh, I hope that's... Okay, so Blake was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to her. Oh, wait, no, maybe not. A moment later, and I jump when there is a knock at my own door. I pull it open and reveal a tired-looking Johnson, a small cream envelope in his hands. Oh, he put it on the door, or under the door, whatever. It is for you, Miss Smythe. Posted through the door just a moment ago. Thank you, Johnson. Sorry to wake you up, Johnson, if you're asleep. Old Butler gives him much of a bow of his he can manage before leaving. As soon as the door is closed, I rip open the letter. Dear Miss Smythe, I apologize now, for I am no great wordsmith. I have little skill in speaking my own feelings, and even less so in writing them. That sounds good to me. I am saddened that I cannot do so in person, but I would not risk your reputation further by saying that what I must in person where it may be overheard. Since the moment I saw you, I have been able to think of little else. In so short a time, you have captivated me and shown that there can be more to life than the one I had laid out for myself. In my duty as a soldier, I fight against many things, but I can no longer fight the feelings which you have stirred within me so deeply. Every glance you send my way captures a piece of my soul, and with each smile I become further yours. Last night, Creeper reminded me of my station, and that I should not dare to even think of receiving the affection of one in your position. But your words have given me a hope which will not fade. Aww. A small contingent of men are leaving Bath in a few days. I have been asked if I would like to be among them. My response will depend on your feelings. I shall wait tomorrow morning by the bridge we once rode across, as it is a most secluded area of the park. If you meet me there, I shall do everything in my power to court you as is proper custom. If you are not there, then I shall concede to your wishes and leave with the unit of men and wish you all the best for the future. I am yours if you will have me, Captain Guy Blake. I can barely believe such a heartfelt letter could come from the same uncertain man from the night before. It's that I realize I must make it my choice. He has given me the opportunity to see where our feelings might lead, or to cut ties now before anything has gone too far. I sat onto my bed, placed the letter into my lap, and let out a long sigh. Of course I would go to the meeting. Why would you just be like, nah? What evil person would just be like, nah, I'm not gonna go. Go. Of course I'm going to meet him. I wonder how he could ever doubt that I would. I smile to myself, hugging the letter to my chest as excitement bubbles within me. To know that the feelings I am developing for the captain are reciprocated is one thing, but that he wishes to go on and see where they will lead makes me so happy I can barely contain it. With a joyful sigh, I place the letter on my bedside table and clamber into bed, thoughts of the next morning swirling in my mind. Okay. Save it. Boom. Wait, hold on. Boom. Yes. And we will continue it in the next part. When we meet our man. And if Creeper shows up, Holy Mother of Smythe, there will be consequences. I know I've been saying I wanted to do a Let's Watch. I'm going to be doing it soon, okay? I'm just trying to figure out when is a good time. I might do it. That's why you need to follow me on Twitter, which is in the description below. My handle, whatever it's called. Follow me on Twitter, see when I upload. You'll be notified when I, that's how you're notified when I upload, when I'm planning to upload, what I'm planning on doing with the channel. It's only for YouTube. It's not for anything else, really. Follow me and keep you updated. See you guys in the next video. This has been most riveting, this part. So much, there's been anger, there's been a, what's the word? Regurgitation of feelings. Everything. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, pleasant tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.